Hey Raya, what do you think of my master bedroom?
It's big, sturdy, much like its owner. Though it could use some red guard flare to really make it shine. Maybe we should test how well this bed holds up later, unless you had other plans for me first.
I love this game. All right, so I've been messing around a little bit more with Skyrim VR and then remote desktops pass-through feature. And what I want to do is I'm going to show you a little demo I put together for, or I'm putting together for Ostim, the mod Ostim. If you don't know what Ostim is, you can go ahead and Google it, or you can go to Nexus Mods and search for it that way. But anyway, now to get this to work through pass-through, what I'll do is I'll explain a little bit towards the end of the video how I got it to work. It's not hard; it's really easy. Besides, for pass-through alone, all you need to do is download a blue screen mod off Nexus forums, and it's all simple. It's not hard at all. But anyway, I'll go ahead and continue here. So what we're doing is we're doing Ostim. We're going to do an Ostim demo. So let's get started here. So
Yes, my Thane?
sorry. All right, it helps if I don't hit all the wrong buttons here.
Yes, my Thane.
All right,
You
so
need
from the
something?
menu here, the dialogue menu, I'm not going to show it because it's not really PG-13, and I want to keep things, I do want to keep things kind of PG-13 here. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and skip ahead here. All right, from the dialogue, I launched Ostim. So what we're seeing now is our two characters here. This is actually third-person view. There is an option for first-person view. I generally don't use it because what it does is it puts the characters, too close and they clip into each other. And I just kind of keep things third person. But anyway, I'll go ahead and launch one of the scenes. Or actually, I'll make an adjustment to the options first. All right, so first thing I like to do is I'll show you, I'll show you first person real quick. All right, so see how it puts me in the scene here? Whoop, let me do that. All right, so now let me go back to third person. And so what happens is a lot of times, if the characters get out of, like say if I want to line them up with the bed there, I want to line them up with a piece of furniture. It's kind of janky and everything, but you have to use the thumbsticks. So what I'll do is, the other way. I'm going to load the thumbs, or push them over here. All right, from here, I got to go back into my settings, and I'm going to options. And I do want to turn off plank because if not, it gets all, any movement you make, it affects the bodies and everything like that, and it's just weird. It messes things up. All right, so I turn plank off from the option menu. All right, going back to navigator. All right, so I'm going to pick a scene here. Probably going to have to blur out some of these scenes because, again, not very PG-13. Let's go up here. And I'll pick something simple that won't get me in trouble. Sit down with Rhea. All right, so now they're in the sit down position. All right, so now I'm going to have to go ahead and adjust them again on the bed so they're aligned. All right, so got them lined up on the bed, and this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take my shoes off because I'm not wearing shoes on the bed. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and sit near this dork. All right, so what I can do is, all right. What I can do is go back to my options, and I'll show you first person view again. There's Rhea. She's off the bed for some odd reason. All right, so realign that. There you go. And now, if I were to launch Ostim right now, me and Ray can have a conversation. I'm not going to do that because it's just going to, mess everything up. It's going to disrupt everything. Every time I say something, she's going to be repeating it or saying something stupid. So we're not going to launch Mantella. If I said Ostim, I meant Mantella. All right, so next I'm going to go ahead and switch back to something. I must have just hit something there. Sorry, I suck. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and switch to third person again. And it seems like when you switch to third person, if you switch to third person and from first person, it gets all unaligned. Sorry, this is funny. All right, so what I'm going to do is, instead of switching to first person, pro tip here, what I'm going to do is just going to align myself with El Dorco. All right, so I just pass through him. So this works better than first person for some reason. First person, the view, it's just, for some scenes, it's just way too close. With third person, you can adjust your distance from the other character. So let's see. All right, so this is another like PG-13 type scene here. Nothing too crazy, but you get the idea. So there's all kinds of, if you're not familiar with Ostim, if you are familiar, you already know all this, but there is tons and tons of scenes. Some of them are pretty nasty, but it's all in fun, good fun. I don't know. I don't know what happened to my life. I don't know why I make these videos. It's too cold to go out dirt biking, so I guess this is my life now. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to launch the pass-through through virtual desktop. Like I said, it's easy, no big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and leave these two. Yeah, I don't know what happened. All right, so I'm going to show you how to use virtual desktop pass-through. And first thing you want to do is you want to download Review Studio with Green Screen Rooms, MCM. Download that first. All right, easy. It's easy. There's nothing special about it. It's just like any other mod that you would install. Let me clear some things up too first, because I don't want to confuse people, because I'm good at that. So Ostim, it's nothing to do with pass-through at all. It's nothing to do with virtual desktop pass-through. Same thing with Mantella. This is all in case you're new to Skyrim, new to pass-through, new to virtual desktop. Has these things all operate by themselves. So Mantella is an AI program where you can communicate with NPCs, which is really cool. Ostim is just a mod. I'm not going to really describe Ostim here. I mean, that's something, if you want to go ahead and Google it, or if you want to go ahead and go on Nexus Mods and look at it that way, go ahead. I'm not really going to get into it. So, all right. So also, one other thing that's important. So if you want to bring an NPC in, a follower, you're going to need a way to spawn them in. I think Sophia will spawn in by herself if she's your follower. I'm not positive on that. I think she did for me, because I know some followers, you can download like mods, have their own spawn. But anyway, the one I'm using, Rhea, doesn't have. There's no way to get spawner in, but I am using a mod called Amazing Follower Tweaks that gives you an option to spawn in your followers. So I'm going to be using that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to our settings for virtual desktop first. And I always hit the wrong dang button. All right, so once we're here. All right, so where it says VR pass-through, you check that box for environment. If it doesn't work for some reason, I'll show you. If you're on 120 FPS, it will not work. So go lower. All right, so I'm going to click that. Go to configure. All right, so here's our, we're going to select blue because I'm using the blue screen. So we can just use these values here. It should work for you. Red, 0. Green, 71. Blue, 187. Hut. No. Similarity, 25%. Smoothness, 10%. Pass-through opacity, sorry. That's going to be 100%. All right. These values should work for you. If not, you might have to adjust them a little bit, but I think they'll work. All right. So let's hit close. All right. So right now, we're good to go. Don't want to hit quit. So yeah, right now, virtual desktop, it's ready to go. Just that one button you have to, or just that one tick box and those values, and you only have to do it once. It'll keep those settings. Okay, but when you go back into play Skyrim again, you have to make sure you uncheck that box. If not, it's going to bring you right back into, it's going to look funky. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to, we're going to launch Skyrim from the desktop here. All right, so now we're in Skyrim. See how everything looks kind of funny? It looks like a little bit transparent. That's because of the remote desktop pass-through feature. Hopefully I'm not saying not remote desktop. I always get them virtual desktop. I say virtual desktop sometimes, remote desktop, but it's remote desktop. All right, so now what we want to do is we're going to open up the blue screen to make this work. So what you need to do is you're going to go to my configuration under MCM. Let's see, Review Studio MCM. I'm going to click on that. And for main, we want to go and select Studio Big Blue, not green, but Big Blue. All right, and then once you close out of it, boom. Now I can see my entire room. All right, so from here, this is where we have to spawn an NPC. All right. All right, so I'm going to Magic, and since I have amazing follower tweaks, I'll scroll down to the tweak commands. And we're going to launch that. And under actions, we're going to hit summon. So summon is going to spawn in my current follower. And it's Rhea. And there she is. And that's it. So now I have her in here. And we can do whatever. We can do a Mantella. We can talk. Which is kind of cool. Mantella is an awesome program. AI is just incredible. It's incredible to chat with a Skyrim character. But anyway, yeah. So this is it for now. I'm probably gonna mess around and do some other things with pass-through. You can actually spawn in some furniture and things like that. I mean, like I can spawn in a chair, and they'll sit in it. I don't know. I'm gonna fool with it, see what I can do, but I'll probably make some more videos. All right, I'll see you all later.